All right, we are going live in 3, 2, 1. Now.
Live. And we're live.
From Saturday Night Live.
Oh, wait. It's Sunday.
Oh,
right?
A Sunday Night Live.
Just saved us from getting sued. Something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, that was weird. I saw that the feed was kind of like a red hue for a second there.
That is.
Anybody else see that?
Wait, really?
Yeah, it looks normal now, but
Oh, that was weird.
I thought you were doing something cool, man, for Sunday Night Live.
No, it's just probably something fucking up. As per usual.
Hey, that's what we do here. if there's one thing that we're known for.
Like I said in our chat, I fixed that buzzing noise that was very prevalent in that last episode.
Was it during, like, you could hear it in the recording?
Yeah, it was real bad.
Oh.
Luckily, I have a noise gate, so when I'm not talking, you couldn't hear it. But when I'm talking, it's like super noticeable and annoying.
You should just not talk some more then.
All right, but I fixed it. No. Crab's muted on stream.
So we should all just mute and then do the whole episode like that.
Yep, that got reset. Cool. Thanks, Windows. You're great. I love Windows when it works. It likes to reset my audio devices. Oh, no, because I unplugged. Because in order to fix it, I just had to plug it into a new USB. So when I unplugged it, it switched it to default. And then when I replugged it in, it doesn't. You have to switch it manually. That's why Stream couldn't hear me.
This has been another exciting episode of How to Troubleshoot Your Audio Issues with
Dude,
Rob.
It's been 6 years that we've been doing this?
Yeah,
right?
6.
And we still are constantly dealing with these stupid small issues.
I don't know.
This week we recorded on a webcam mic.
Do you know what could help?
What?
If we have a whole lot of patrons that could pay for upgrades.
I don't even think paying for it is going to help. Because it's just like stuff that, like, even if I had a more expensive mic, that wouldn't have fixed it. It was just the fact that I had to unplug something to.
More money doesn't fix stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, we're good audio-wise now, though.
Yep.
Cool.
I got my new headphone set up. I don't know if I got earbuds going. I've like cool, like behind the ear. You can't see that I'm actually wearing earbuds. I got
nice.
Cool. These are my VR earbuds that I never use because they always fall out. Sports. They fall out of my ears when I'm using the VR headset. But I have that long wire we used when we would record here to do the splitter to everyone's to everyone's headsets. It's like going all the way around behind my chair and through the hole. It's a long setup, but it's way better, and I don't have this big thing on my head. I don't like over-ear headphones, but I have.
Oh, really?
I hate them.
I'd rather enjoy them.
It hurts my ears. I have weird ears, I guess.
Well, I find the same thing when I'm wearing like the Raycons or the Apple AirPods and whatnot.
Oh, really? Yeah, I find those super comfortable.
Yeah. But I went to the allergist because I'm starting allergy shots and whatnot, and they did a hearing test, and they said I have very weird shaped ears, very small. And I was like, oh, well, that explains
that does explain it, yeah.
Yeah, so.
I must have very wide ears. I don't know why that's
thick canals.
Oh, yeah.
What about your canals? How are they? This after 6 years as well as our opening banter.
Yeah,
so,
true.
Let's jump in. So I posted some stuff that I wanted to talk about.
You did. Also, welcome back, Porterwolf. Adam.
Yes. Hi.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us again.
Of course.
Apparently we didn't scare him off last time, so that's good. That's happened before, I think. No, I want to jump right in. So clear up a couple of things that
we did wrong?
Well, no, not so much that, but I feel like we jumped right in to try to get the game moving along, and then we kind of discussed a little of the mechanics, but I don't think we really explained it quite clearly.
Okay.
So one of the things I wanted to do was discuss the traits. I got some brief descriptions that I wrote down, and then talk about the scale upon which those traits fall upon. So just real quick, so animal husbandry is one of the traits that we have in this game. Pretty straightforward. Anything to be dealing with animals, I think that's pretty straightforward.
I used that at one point.
You do use that, yes. The next one is argumentation. So if you ever have to deal with somebody and you decide that you want to use argumentation, I think that's straightforward for itself. Mm-hmm. Authority is another one where you can, instead of arguing, you could just say, no, I'm the authority here. This is the way it is. This is how it's going to be. And then there is chastity. So you can use this kind of like a charisma thing. Like you can try to convince people to come over to your side for that. Or you can just be really off-putting and vulgar with this. Decorum is another one. So decorum is kind of like how you win. Instead of valor on the battlefield, this is your ability to win in the court, like legally, something like that. Maybe you're a historian. Then we also have glibness. Glibness is your ability to, use your words to talk you can either speak sweetly and convincingly, or you can be very sarcastic with this. Hardiness is your ability to stave off infection. Musicianship, basically your bard skill here. Nature is pretty straightforward. Nimbleness, are you dexterous? Are you able to jump out of the way of an attack? Probidity, this one, your sense of justice and commitment to fair dealing, honesty, integrity, uprightness, and candor. These are more than mere words. They are fancy multi-syllable words that shape your interactions with your fellow man. Probidity can get you far in life. Just ask any successful business person. There's also humility. So your ability you can either be very humble or you can be very disrespectful in that way. Lorefulness. This is your ability to know things from the past, maybe like book smarts or, general history stuff. One other thing in here that we have is kind of a catch-all is luck. So at any time, I think anybody can choose to use luck as a catch-all for anything else. But there is danger to using that, which I think we talked about last time. Mm-hmm. Medicine, pretty straightforward. Purpose, this is a character trait where you define what your meaning in life is, and if you are using that to attack, you're using your sense of will to try to convince people. If you're attacking somebody's sense of purpose, you're trying to convince them that no, maybe what you've chosen to do isn't so great in life. Sorcery, straightforward. Strategy is pretty straightforward, I think. Subtlety is your ability to sneak around. Valor is any physical feats of daring or just straight up attacking with your sword. And then there's wisdom in the ways of science. So instead of, this is kind of a contrast to lorefulness. This is conducting experiments in present time and figuring things out in that manner of fashion. And as I was going through the rule book, the actual rule book that came out, some of these have been swapped out and changed completely, but I figure we stick with these for now because that's what's in here. All of these fall on a scale. So the characters, if you look at their character sheets, there is a left side, which is the serious side, and then there's the right side, which is the silly side. Mm-hmm. So they put things in here. So for purpose, if you're on the serious side, it's called purposeful. And if you're on the silly side, I don't know what this word is. Weltschmerz. Sorcery, the serious side is sorceress, and the silly side is horse feathers. So, depending on where you are on that, like for instance, if you are a sorcerer, or if you are talking about the sorcery traits and you are currently rolling a D10, then you're on the silly side, and you would say, if I said, what are you in sorcery? You would be like, I'm a bit horse feathers. But if you got up to the serious side and you were rolling a D14, you might say, I'm a bit sorceress. So everything has this scale, and as you spam, you drop down to the silly side, and as you struth, you move up to the serious side. So I hope that kind of clears things up as far as how the traits work in the game. There's a lot to it, and it's a lot easier if we ever can get a graphic up of the character sheets, just so that people kind of understand what's going on. So yeah, the next time I say, you spanned it, you need to move down on your traits, and we progress from there. The next thing I want to discuss, if nobody has anything on that, is Des. Last week, Sir Meat spammed twice in a row.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you said you went bananas.
Right.
I did.
I was a little bit confused because I hadn't looked at those character sheets in a while, and I was looking at the character sheets in the new rule book. And that's a subtle change that they made, is that when you lose all of your loony status, it says coconuts. So, but it's the same thing. Bananas in this game or coconuts in the rule book, you're irretrievably mad. And so when Portal Wolf, or I should say Adamara, or it's Adamar, right? Adamar. When Adamar rolled that crazy performance roll and you got back some of your loony status, technically
you were already loony.
Yeah, there's no way to bring you back from that. However, for simplicity's sake, it was such an amazing roll. We're allowing it to occur, and you've gotten that back. But in future games, once you go bananas / coconuts, that's it.
You gotta find a new character.
All right.
Yes.
All right. So I am at Barmy then right now.
Barmy. Yeah. And
Barmy.
So yeah, go ahead, and I don't know if it's the same as, oh yeah, I think it is. So the loony status, the best you can possibly be is Reginald Maulding, which I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I don't know the reference to that one.
Then you move down to sensible, then down to daft, then barmy, and then I think they added an extra one in this rule book, because then there's crackers, then there's coconuts. So
okay, so I do have a question then.
Yes.
Once I'm at loony then, or coconuts, I can't move back. But before then, are we able to move back, or are we always going down?
So no, there are the possibility of healing your loony status, just as you can heal bits of death.
Okay.
So I did read ahead and find some things like that. And then
we just experienced that when he gave you back some.
Yes.
Well, yeah, but like that technically shouldn't have happened though, because I was loony.
Right.
Yes, which brings me to the next.
Just double checking.
The next thing that I discovered is not in this adventure, but in the actual rule book, there is the ability to negate damage. So the way you can negate damage, and we can go ahead and apply this from here on forward if everybody wants to. If a PC is subjected to incoming bits of death or loony that you prefer they not incur, you may choose instead to have an accoutrement or retainer take the damage, thereby shielding your PC from it. The item or retainer is destroyed as a result, but that's a small price to pay if your PC is on the verge of no more or coconuts. Surely your brave, sweet manservant Concord would have it no other way. And then it says it only takes one bit of death or loony to destroy an accoutrement or retainer. It's not hard to imagine how a bit of death from a moose bite, for example, might destroy an accoutrement or retainer. But how would a bit of loony from being shamed, say, do it? When it comes to an accoutrement, you're just so ashamed that you snap, shred, or torch the item yourself. We've all been there. When it comes to a retainer, they're so mortified they leave your service straight away. So They're basically saying like it's up to you to be creative about how a loony damage would destroy something.
Okay.
So you said that everyone healed
Yes.
loony status. So
Yes.
I'm at max. I'm
Well,
at
now,
Reginald Malden.
I don't. Yeah, you can't go back beyond where you started at.
Wait.
So everybody's
you can never get above where you started at?
not through healing. There may be an option to increase that, like you're gaining hit points further down the road, but I didn't see anything in this adventure about that.
Oh, okay. Then I will go
So
back to
your
where-
max is where that little bracket is on your
Gotcha.
character sheet. So then the next thing I wanted to remind Adamar that with that roll last week, you get advantage on your next SSA roll. Just want to make sure that you remember that should you use your super special ability. And then I wanted to go over struthing and spamming real quick. So spamming only occurs on the first roll of the dice. So if you roll the lowest on a dice, you spammed it. If you struth, which is the maximum on the dice, and then you on your next roll, you roll a 1, it's not a spam. You stop
add the one.
Yes. And so with spamming, you get a demerit and you move down on the status of your trait. With struthing, you get a merit and you move up on the status of your trait. Also, you can't stop struthing. We had the rule in here that if you ever roll over 20, it's a penalty.
I can't stop.
Yes. It's so good. You can't stop, but that makes it dangerous as well, because every time you go over 20, say somehow you manage to roll a 40, you get 2 demerits. So
did you
just remember that you can't stop struthing. And then the final thing that I want to discuss before somebody does a recap is I kind of let slip my role in this as the head of light entertainment. So you all may remember that I rolled randomly from the 3 in this game, and I picked Lord Kinwood. So he's kind of, he's the runner of the show, and I'm going to try to make sure that he's a little bit more involved in this time. I did want to go ahead and issue a demerit to a specific player that had a reaction to a comment about a phallic-shaped candle, which I believe was Kevin's character.
My character? I wasn't in the room.
You were standing there. This happened after everybody came back in, and Adamar had given his beautiful performance. So everybody had heard this performance. This was the last thing that happened. And that's when somebody made the comment about the candle, I believe. So you're saying you weren't in the room for that part?
Correct. We were being pushed into the kitchen.
All right, then I won't issue
that.
That
was
demerit.
Kevin the player.
Okay. All right, so I won't issue that demerit, but I will try to make Lord Kinwood more part of this adventure at this time. So, because you got to keep him happy.
Right.
Or it's bad news for you.
Yes. Yeah, because I just recently re-listened to the episode.
Okay.
Actually today. So
then you know better than I. So that's all of the rules stuff that I wanted to go over. Hopefully that clears things up for listeners. And
are there any lingering questions?
So I just have one question. Did you say that I got a merit for struthing?
Yes, you would get 1 merit for the struth.
And then 1 demerit.
Or going too much, yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
And also, I don't know if I want to make sure that I understand this correctly. You said something about, like, you can only spam each trait once. Is that what you said?
Per roll.
Like,
yes. So if you roll a max on a die, and then you roll a 1 again, that doesn't count as a spam.
Oh.
You can only spam it once. But if you take 2 turns, you can spam on each turn.
Okay. Once per turn. Okay. All right.
Yes.
That's all for me.
Oh, I lied. I just looked at this. You do not get a merit for Struthing. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You can only get merits from your head of lights entertainer. Can we get a recap?
So we started out in like a village square, and the first thing that happened was Adamar went to a guy beating up some rats with a mallet, and then he said he was gonna meet him at a music thing later on. And then Bertram and Sir Meat went to a witch burning where Sir Meat stopped it from happening and let the witch go free, because she was totally a witch.
She wasn't a witch.
She was 100% a witch. And then Bertram went to the auction and got a dog for some mud and named him Mud. And then Dave the Enchanter went to a store to buy bread and paid for the bread with his breath. And then we were summoned to the castle. More specifically, Sir Meat was summoned to the castle, and we tagged along. Where Sir Meat went to the table and sat next to the lady and other person that I don't remember the name of. What was the name? Do you remember?
There's Lady Lucky and Lord Arthur.
Yep. Yeah. There was some weird stuff that happened there where she rolled 2 ones. It was hilarious. I think next was Adamar put his harp on the stage, and that was it. And then Bertram and Dave the Enchanter went to the kitchens and worked in the kitchens, and there was a whole thing with the head chef telling us how to do stuff, and then there were some missing herbs. But then in the middle of that, we got sent back outside, and then Adamar performed so crazy that he healed some loony. And that's the recap.
I think you're missing one of the most important parts. I no longer have a potential wife, but Adamar does.
That is true, yes. that did happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, let's pick it up right there. So as Adamar finishes this amazing song, I mean, this will be heard around the land. You will be famous far and wide. I mean, I can't stress how almost godlike the melody is that you put out into this dinner. And so you are immediately grabbed by a couple of servants and dragged forward to the table where the king is, where the Lord is. Sir Meat is shoved from their seat, and you are promptly sat down next to Lady Lucky, and she doesn't even seem to really take notice. She's too busy like playing with her hair and maybe like running her finger around the glass. And Lord, I forget his name already.
Arthur?
Lord Arthur, he's like, wow, you seem like a fine, strapping young person that could take my wonderful daughter's hand in marriage.
Why, thank you, sir.
Do tell us, where did you learn to play such wonderful music?
Well, not to toot my own horn, haha, but I am self-taught.
Wait a minute, you play a harp.
I play many things.
Details. Well, go on, talk to the little lady. Come on, get busy. You know what I mean.
I'll take my seat and I'll nod at Lady Lucky. Does she notice me, or is she still kind of not paying attention?
She kind of like looks at you like side-eyed and then just goes back to playing with her drink.
I don't think we've been introduced, and I'll put out my hand.
She kind of like just puts a finger out and says, now we have.
I'll shake the one finger. What do you think of the party so far?
It's nice. Like all the parties I go to.
What would make it better?
I suppose if I didn't have to be here.
Well, if you weren't here, where would you be?
Probably in my room with my dog.
Oh, you have a dog.
Yes.
My
Yes, his name is Specials.
Special?
Because he's special.
Are you Lady Lucky because you are lucky?
No, that's just what my father called me when I was born.
Perhaps some hopeful for the future then.
Yeah, sure. And so, like, you're watching, everybody else is kind of in the room, like, watching from a distance. And they see how Adamar is kind of being kind of shunned here. And the rest of you can kind of overhear people murmuring and talking and, like, pointing up there. Some of you overhear, like, some people saying, oh, well, we know how this is going to end. She hasn't liked any of the suitors that her father has put forward. No, she hasn't. I heard a rumor that she loves her dog. Oh, God, that's kind of strange. No. What's to say what love is? I think that's who she wants to be with. Well, I don't know about that. And it's kind of the rumors that you guys start hearing. So what does everybody else want to do?
I believe we were bringing out the food. Right, Dave?
Yeah. I'm kind of in charge.
Is that true, Chris?
And Sir Meat is just trying to get up and dust himself off.
Yes. Dave is definitely, like, was kind of given authority from the other dude that I can't find right now. Okay, so you guys are bringing out the food, and it's another, like, half hour or so as food is being brought out and then taken away and then on to the third course. And as Dave and Bertram are setting out plates in front of Lady Lucky and Adamar, all of a sudden there's this huge commotion from the back of the hall. You see this giant hound burst in and starts running towards Lady Lucky. And if anybody takes notice of Lady Lucky, you see that her eyes go wide and she seems to, like, clasp her hands together and smile, even if she is a bit startled. And the Specials burst in, starts running towards her, and in behind Specials comes, like, this hideous and very, very large flying mouse. Seems to have, like, a vial of some kind of purple liquid in its paws. The hound bolts up to the front, grabs Lady Lucky around the waist, and begins to run off back towards the door to escape. The entire time, this rodent is, like, nipping at its tail. Most of the banquet guests are, like, shocked and staring. Some of them try to reach up to grab the Lady Lucky to stop it, but most of them just add to the chaos by unnecessarily, like, flailing their arms around, falling over, knocking things off the tables, knocking over servants. And yeah, you see them bolt out the door. Did anybody want to try to do something before they get away?
I think as far as Sir Meat goes, he has, like, some big old turkey leg in his grasp, and when this all happened, he just had a mouthful of meat and just started, like, watching it. So I'm kind of in awe at this point. So
Okay.
I don't do anything.
Bertram, Adamar, Dave.
I think I just jump over the table and start chasing after them.
I'm
Okay.
going to Chris Pratt this thing.
I don't know what that means.
You know, we're in Jurassic World or whatever. He just...
You hold your hands up.
Okay.
Easy, girl.
Easy, girl.
Does Dave want to attempt anything?
I mean, I feel like the flying mouse is interesting.
Okay.
Do I know anything about flying mice in the area?
It's a bit unusual. I would say that you haven't. This is not normal.
Okay. Can I ask it what it's doing?
Yeah, you can ask, but it doesn't seem to be like it's hot on its tail. So Specials is coming in. It's right on its tail, nipping at it. And Specials is grabbing Lady Lucky and heading out. And this thing doesn't look like it's wants to have a conversation. So you can ask, but this is all happening very quickly.
I'm gonna be with Adamar and try and follow it and try to do his animal husbandry thing because he knows about animals and stuff.
Okay. I'm just trying to get an idea of what everybody wants to do ahead of time. Sorry, I'm still trying to get the names down. If Dave wants to ask, he can feel free to ask. But yeah, this mouse isn't interested in talking. If it can talk at all, it keeps going.
Okay. Well, Dave's gonna shoot his shot anyway.
Okay. So how are you going to do this?
He's like, "Hey, excuse me, do you have an invitation?"
Yeah, it like maybe turns around and sneers at you, but instantly turns back and just keeps going.
Okay.
And then Adamar and Bertram, you are going to chase it. You're not trying to okay. So you chase it, and it gets to be outside in the courtyard, and they are just zooming on down the field. So let me have one of you guys roll some sort of I don't know, whatever you think is best, like nimbleness or something that would have to do with you chasing it.
I can do
whatever skills that you have.
I'm immune to that.
To chasing?
Nimbleness?
Nimbleness? Yeah, I'm immune to that.
Okay.
Yeah, basically all I have is animal husbandry. Is all.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll for nimble?
Yes, that's fine.
Ooh, I got 14.
Okay. Yeah, you are unable. So, you're trying to stay in hot pursuit of them, but I mean, you're chasing after a dog and a flying mouse. They kind of outpace you pretty easily, and they kind of vanish off into the forest.
God, they're so fast. He comes up behind Adamar. Man, you're faster than me.
What time of day is it? It's nighttime?
No, it's mid-afternoon.
Oh, okay. Okay. I think I'm going to turn to Kevin, or not Kevin, Dave? What was your name?
My name's Bertram.
Bertram.
Okay, I'm going to turn to Bertram and say, I think it's best we split up. We can maybe go around it.
Okay. Let's do that. I'll go this way. And he points to the left.
Okay.
So you guys are still running through town?
Head into the woods.
Okay.
I assume, right? That where
yeah.
That was your plan, Adamar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to cut back to the banquet hall at the moment. And you see Lord Arthur stand up, and he looks to Sir Meat, and he looks to Dave and says, "Oh no, they've taken my daughter. My daughter, can you not do something about it? Stand up, knight. Stand up."
Yeah, I like stumble to my feet, and I'm like with a mouthful of food. Oh yeah, I'll help. Just real quick, hold on. And like he picks up like a big pint of wine and just like chugs it, and then he's like, all right. Yeah, and I kind of grab Dave by like the shirt and say, let's go.
Hey, I'm kind of in the middle of something here.
Yeah, I have no idea like what you're in the middle of, so.
It's dinner service. I'm in charge.
Oh, I just ran off.
I'm down a guy. You want me to just abandon ship?
Look, Dave, we gotta... Look, alright, Lord Arthur needs our help. I look to Lord Arthur and I'm like, can't someone else make sure these people eat?
And I look up pleadingly at Lord Arthur.
Well, I suppose it's not a party without the maid of honor, so whatever you want to do.
Alright, Dave. They'll be fine. They can feed themselves. And I grab a potato and start dragging you out the door with me.
Okay. Bye.
Bring it back.
Like, you're just like super cool with it.
Yeah.
All right.
Dave's a pretty chill enchanter.
Yeah, and I mean, I assume that we like can maybe infer like where they went just based on like footprints and stuff like that.
So yeah, you can kind of head out. Both of you can head out, and you can see like the commotion that it caused in the market area. Out in the courtyard. People could direct you the direction that they went. Adamar and Bertram, you guys are kind of ahead of the trail here.
Yeah.
Head of the pack, and you've headed off into the woods, and you stumbled just into the perimeter here. You got a nice sun, low sun coming in to the forest, casting the long shadows. Not quite a golden light yet, but kind of the same idea. And you get into the edge of the forest, and you see that there are tracks from the hound, and you see that there are mouse furs like spread along the way, like it got the fur pulled out as it was running, flying after it.
Hey, I got a question. I use mud. I grab the piece of fur and I put it to Mud's little nose. All right, boy, let's go get him.
So yeah, he sniffs it and he starts sniffing the trail. And so you go off, and Adamar's gone off into the different direction, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Adamar, as you're walking around the other direction, trying to circle around and meet back up with your companion,
Mm-hmm.
you see that the further in you get to this, the darker it starts to become. Almost like it's twilight now. Maybe there's a little bit of a fog kind of covering the ground. You see the little here we go. Like almost like lightning bugs like flying through the air, dotting the fog with this green eerie light, and you start to hear like this growling, like,
I hate that.
And off in further into the distance, you see like it's just a silhouette. It's almost like it's on a stage wall, like of this huge giant creature, like running from right to left. And
right
with every
left.
step, it kind of thumps you can feel the ground kind of shake a little bit.
Okay. I guess I'm going to take out my harp and try to play a lullaby.
Okay.
Nice.
Describe how you're going to do this.
Well, I've got the fog around me, and as I kind of pull out my harp, I start plinking away, and I'm very slowly taking each of my steps, and I'm singing along very gently and trying almost as if I don't expect it to fall asleep or anything, but at least to calm it down.
Okay. All right. So you play This you said you're playing the harp, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you get out, you play this harp, and you're trying to, I don't know, recreate what you played back at the castle. There's this dramatic thing, like trying to top it, I don't know. So yeah, go ahead, and you know what? I'm just gonna say you play it, and you just hear the growling kind of get quieter and quieter, and the thumping get lighter and lighter as this thing just continues to zigzag back and forth in the distance, and like the silhouette keeps getting smaller and smaller until it's gone. So it seems like it's kind of left the area, but it kind of gives you like the chills, you know. This is kind of a dangerous feeling place unless you like strangeness and the obscurity of this place. So let's jump back to our other two players, and so where are you guys at this moment?
We're getting directions
Okay.
to the hubbub.
So you're speaking to some of the local townspeople?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so where are you trying to get to?
Hey, I'm Dave. I'm an enchanter.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah, I don't like to brag, but it's pretty cool. Anyway, trying to catch up with my friends. They were chasing a dog and a lady and a mouse. Friends. A stinky man with a dog. Also kind of stinks. And handsome, strapping fellow with immense stage presence.
Ah. Well, until you said that one, I thought maybe, why are you chasing these people? They sound awfully terrible to me. But the strapping young stage presence man, of course. Well, we all saw some kind of commotion in Hubbub heading down to the Forest Savage. It's right down that way on the path. You can follow the giant big dog feet. I'm sure that'll lead you to them.
All right. What was your name?
Jim Throw?
Jim Throw. You've been a dear friend, Jim Throw.
Oh, really? You want to be like BFFs or something?
Yeah, definitely keep in touch after this.
Oh, cool. How do I reach you?
I give them the potato that's half eaten and then drag Dave away. That'll be answer enough.
Starts eating the potato like, oh, yes, I'll just search the land for a similar tasting potato, and there I will find you. So you guys head towards the or to the forest, or do you talk to anybody else along the way?
I'd say once they mentioned the big paw prints, a light went off like, oh, duh. And then we just followed the paw prints and didn't have to talk to anyone.
Okay. So yeah, eventually with time, you guys arrive to the edge of the woods, which you know is Forest Savage. And you step inside and you see these paw prints and the mouse fur everywhere. You also see the footprints of two humanoids and another smaller canine. And what do you do?
Nice.
There you go.
We have a dog too.
Yeah.
All right. Is that the small one or the big one?
That's the small one.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I have a weapon, right? A sword?
Mm-hmm.
Long sword? Yeah, I'm gonna take that out because it's feeling a little creepy and I don't know what we're about to walk in on. So I get that out and I kind of put my arm out to Dave and I'm like, I think there might be some danger in these woods.
Right on.
All right. Are you ready to face it?
Yeah. Or else my name's not Dave the Enchanter.
All right. Let's follow these little tufts of mouse fur. It might take us to where we need to go.
Hello. Lord Kinwoody here. I've got to tell you, the pacing of this part of the story has been rather, slow and not too exciting. I think it needs a little bit more, excitement. Maybe, some more ladies or maybe even fellows prancing around scantily clad or something like that. Maybe you could sing some jolly traditional ballads, like, I don't know, one of my favorites might be Sit on My Face. Could you try to work that into a little more of your discussions? Because this is all a bit drab. Chasing hounds and running around in the dark forest could be so much more exciting with just something a little bit more risque, you know what I mean? I would greatly appreciate that. It would drive up the ratings and help me keep my job. All right, now, carry on. You all, you all continue into the forest, following the trails. Eventually, Bertram and Adamar kind of circle around, and you are like backing up, like looking for one another, and you kind of bump into each other.
Huh.
Yeah.
Ah!
What the hell was that?
Oh. It's just you guys.
Bertram and Adamar. You're not either of those two people.
I thought he said all of us were backing up and ran into each other.
Am I stupid?
Was it just them two?
That was two. I was getting back to you guys.
Oh, never mind. That was from another part of the woods.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
I heard a scream.
I heard a nightly scream.
Nightly scream. Please roll a nightly scream. Did you find anything?
I did not, but I did see the shadow of something pacing back and forth.
But
it's
creepy
gone
as hell.
now. Yes, I don't like it. We
shouldn't go towards that, I guess.
You guys,
sorry.
I just want to say that as you're having this conversation, you start to smell like this really disgusting, rank smell. I mean, it just smells
that
like
was me. Sorry.
Dog.
something rotting very horribly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait. Nope. That's not me. Yeah, definitely not me.
Are you sure it's not you or the dog? The new trick?
No, I'm pretty sure it's not me or the dog. That's definitely a different smell.
I don't quite want to follow it, but should we go towards it or away from it? Because I don't want to go towards it.
I don't either, but I think that's our objective is that way.
In the general direction, I'm going to start scanning my surroundings. Do I see anything that sticks out?
Same.
So you're looking around and you see like kind of almost like a deer path. You know, it's there, but it's not like a well-worn path, and it's going off in a certain direction, like deeper into the forest. And up ahead, you see like what looks to be like very off in the distance, like a small, like square, like cart shaped or something like that. Maybe it's a box or a bin.
Look.
What's that?
A cart shape. Perhaps it is a box or a bin.
Wow, how descriptive.
Perhaps.
Let's go check it out.
And that's the direction from the smell?
Yes.
Okay.
And then at this point, mostly because I would like this to happen, is eventually you guys like you hear the scream from Sir Meats, and you kind of like recognize it, and so you have the possibility
I scream a
of
lot.
joining back together if you would like.
Should we scream back?
I take off my shirt and I start waving it.
And I start doing a dance. Like that, like this. I'm waving my hands up in the air, and I'm not going to scream into the mic, But he's like screaming like a madman.
Sir Meat. Look at that stage presence. You can see it from a mile away.
I'm going to use my dog as
yes,
a flag.
We should quickly regroup, and I start to like skip over their way.
Wasn't your voice a lot deeper?
Just a few seconds ago?
Oh yeah, the wine wore off. Yeah, we should.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
We should meet up with the guys and pal around some more.
As they approach, and it's very visible that they're coming, I'm going to take my shirt and cover my nose with it. It's stinky.
How stinky?
I don't smell that bad. Come on now.
No, not you. The box or the bin or whatever.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. As we get closer, Bertram, Sir Meat is just like, oh, Bertram, I thought they were going to clean you up at the castle.
No. Take that second smell. It's not me.
Yeah, I do a long, like, what is that?
We haven't figured it out yet, but we think it comes from that thing.
I'm a little nauseous. Just one second. I turn away and try and collect myself.
I'm going to start heading over.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, come on, Mud. Let's go.
Okay, so you begin to head over, and you see, as you get closer, that this cart has like a pile of like just the most disgusting, like it's like somebody threw old food and feces and like whatever garbage they could down here. And as you draw closer and closer, you begin to recognize some movement in this heap of stuff. Something seems to be digging through this, and it looks like humanoid characters, two of them. And eventually you begin to recognize that they seem to be wearing or they appear to be some sort of demons or monsters, but they're very clearly people wearing low effort demon disguises. So right now what I need is for anybody that is quite runaway or quite Weltschmerz on your trait, in your valor trait or your purpose trait. If you are quite runaway or quite Weltschmerz, I need you to
what is straight down the middle?
That is like neutral.
Okay.
I forget what it says. Neither really. So but quite is going to be if you have a D6 or a D4 in either of those traits. So if you have the valor traits.
Nope.
Does anybody have the valor trait? Or the...
I do, but I am very valorous.
Okay.
I was going to say valorous.
Velour.
I'm a bit too... Really? A bit too really? Is that what it says? I don't know. It's too small.
The 20?
Yeah, I got the 20.
Okay.
What was the second trait, Chris?
I think this is purpose traits, and if you're quite Weltschmerz.
Yeah, I'm too good at purpose.
Okay, let's check this asterisk. This also applies to PCs that do not have one or the other trait on their sheet at all, or those who are immune to such things. So if you have those traits, but you're not in those that part of your trait, the quite run away or quite Weltschmerz, then you're fine. However, if you don't have them or you're immune to them, this will still affect you.
That seems like the opposite.
Yes, this is an exception to the rule here, apparently. But so it sounds like Sir Meat is fine. I believe that
Bertram is fine.
Dave is fine. Bertram is fine.
Uh-oh,
so does Adamar? So
I have neither.
Does Adamar fall into this category of being affected by it? Then
I have neither. So yeah.
Okay, so Adamar, at this point, you become terribly frightened. You give some sort of shrill cry. You describe how you become frightened to me.
I look at them, and one of them looks predominantly like an ex of mine, and I just turn tail.
Turn tail. Okay. Now, this is not like frightened in like other games where you have to run away. This is just you become incredibly frightened. You scream, and all of a sudden, from behind you, you see two other figures pop out from a nearby hiding spot, and they speak. They say, "Oh, now we've got you," and we're kind of in a combat, quote unquote, situation, as they say in this.
Are they both demonic too, or just regular people?
No, they also seem to have these terrible costumes on.
Okay.
So one of them steps out and is going to look over at... who do they want to go after? I think they'll go after the scaredy pants, Adamar, and say, like, "Oh, this is the most pathetic thing I have ever seen." And that is going to be an attack against your... authority. You have authority.
I don't have authority.
Okay, are you immune to authority?
No.
Okay. Oh no, I'm incorrect. That's what it is attack. So it's humility or purpose. So they're trying to attack one of those things. So you can tell me which one you want them to attack, but it's humility or purpose.
I don't have either of those.
Really? Okay. So you are not, I don't think you'd be affected by it then. Unless if you're not immune to it. Are you not immune to it? Oh, no, I know what you do. I remember. I'm sorry. So you roll a D4. If you don't have it, you roll a D4.
Okay, dokie. And if I get a 4, do I do the D6 still, or is it just the D4?
It's just the D4.
So I got a 4.
4? Okay. So no, you know what? I would have you go ahead and roll another one because you did Struth, but you won't be increasing this trait since you don't have it.
So just do another 4.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Sorry, I'm still trying to learn this system.
Yeah, it's all good. All right, I got a 3.
3, so that's a total of 7.
Yep.
All right, so pretty good roll. Let me see what they get. Okay, so yeah, I rolled an 8, so I beat you by 1.
Okay.
So you suffer 1 bit of loony.
Oh.
And you charge headlong and attack using Valor on your next turn.
I have to?
Whether it's advantageous to or not.
And what happens if I don't have Valor?
You roll a D4 for it.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yep.
Oh no.
All right, so the next one is going to look over at, let's see, Sir Meat and be like, "Oh, I see that one of you is drinking a little too much on the job. How pathetic." And is trying to shame you for not being as chivalrous as you should be. So this is going to target your humility or purpose as well.
Okay. All
Who you
right,
talking to?
so
To Sir Meat.
me.
Yep.
So I'm just rolling against this with my current All right, hold on. All right, that is going to be a 4.
All right. So yeah, you are able to repel this this insult, and
Okay.
please tell me how you do so.
Yeah, I'm like, I do like a bit of a like hand wave, like what, and then a hiccup, like you're ready to play, are ya? Let's play. And yeah.
Okay. So now I leave it to all of you. You get to decide what order you want to do things in. You all kind of decide your own initiative right here and there, and you can choose what you want to do here.
Okay. I mean, I can continue if you want, like, just since I said that, attacking against the guy that just tried to attack me. Or that,
Yeah. And also, like, we're not kind of like in a 6-second per round thing. So if you guys want to like talk like with amongst each other, like in character or whatever it is, like, hey, what do you want to do? You get the one on the left. You get the, like, you can feel free to do some of that as well.
Right. Oh, okay. Yeah. I have my sights set on the guy that just tried to shame me, and I'm like, I got this one, boys.
Okay. And so how do you plan on attacking your foe?
I'm gonna use my valor, and I'm going to see. Now this is difficult because, like, I shame them. Like, I don't know how to necessarily attack.
Well, so I don't want to fall in the trap of dice rolling, which I've kind of started to, but
Yeah.
you can just tell me how you're going to deal with this, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
And the
Yeah,
better of
okay.
a description
So
that you
I'm
give,
gonna-
the better it's going to be for you.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I have my sword on me, so like I stand tall, and I'm gonna try and like basically scare this guy, so that they leave us and leave this situation alone, so we can investigate what was going on.
So you stand
So,
and wave your sword around.
Yeah, I'm trying to be menacing, like I do like a jousting thing, like ha, on guard.
All right, give me a little more with that. Like, really describe it for me.
Yeah, I start to unbutton my shirt. Just kidding.
You don't have. I assumed you had armor on. Do you
I
have
know.
armor on?
I know. I was trying to
It's a
make
low
the whole
cut
happy.
armor.
You can totally unbutton the armor.
It's sexy armor.
Do you really unbutton the armor?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to do what is called intercourse the die, because that's pretty funny. So you are successful on this attack, and the French knight that you targeted is like, oh no, I cannot take it, and runs away, just runs off.
That's great.
Yes.
I'm proud of you.
The rest of you,
Show some skin, boys. They don't like it.
I'm gonna. Bertram is going to lean down to Mud, and he's like, "You know what to do," and he's just gonna send him to like, no, don't fart, attack, and he sends him to attack this guy.
okay. So again, remember, we're after like very descriptive. Like, the better you can describe this, the better it is.
Should I describe the dog's actions too?
Yeah.
All right, so I think the dog, classic, like it's like a guard dog, but he's not as good as a dark. He's still like a mutt, but he's like really gnawing on this guy's leg real good.
Okay. And okay, so that's what you're doing for this. That's how you've chosen.
Yeah,
to
I've chosen
attack. Okay.
Bertram's action is to tell Mud to attack, and Mud is
Okay.
going to.
All right. Then I'm going to have you go ahead and roll your animal husbandry.
Okay. What is that? That's not. I mean, it's not the best. All right, here we go, boys and girls. That's a 4.
4. Okay. And you're you're attacking them physically. Oh. Okay, so I rolled a 1 and spammed it. So yeah, you have your dog charge and you defeat this the French guy. Tell me how it happens.
Yeah, this French guy is like, I'm not. Well, I feel like he's just like, aha, the dog attack me, and he's just afraid of the dog because the dog is like actually piercing his skin now.
My Achilles.
Yeah,
I will be
go.
in the hospital for a week of this one. And he just drops to the ground and says, please don't kill me. I don't like it. With that, this pain is not fun. And with that, you guys hear the other 2 soldiers like stand up quickly, and you kind of hear like stuff fall off of them, like all this disgusting grossness. And they are staring right at you. What do the rest of you do with your turn that haven't acted?
Wait, which 2 stood up?
The guys who was in the muck, the disgusting,
refuse.
the refuse.
Okay, so the French demons inside the box.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
The
demon.
French box demons.
The French box demons. I'm going to stand up, and do I still have to charge that other guy?
I don't think so. No, because it's changed. So yeah.
Okay. So then, taking a cue from Sir Meat, I'm going to take a fistful of the oil that's on top of this grease pile, and I'm going to, because I'm already shirtless, I'm going to slather that on my chest and say, "Look at me," and try to intimidate or either intimidate or infatuate. Either way, whatever works.
So do you have? Well, which one is better for you? Like, what skills do you have? Chastity and authority, or
I have neither of those things.
well, what of your traits do you have that would fit what you're trying to do?
Strategy or argumentation?
Okay. Well,
Or nimbleness, if just body wise, I don't know.
let me. Let's go ahead and go with. You know what? You said you slide your.
I broke him.
I don't understand why it's been doing it.
I don't know.
I don't understand why it's been telling me I'm inactive. I'm talking the most here, I think.
Yeah, you totally are.
This is the second time it's done it to me.
Mid sentence, just like gone. It's so funny every time. I'll look it up for you while you're doing your thing.
Okay. You know what? I what did you slather yourself with?
The
Mud?
grease.
Oh,
The
grease.
Okay. Do you say anything as you do this?
Just look at me.
Just look at you. Okay, I'm gonna have you go ahead and roll whatever trait it was that you said you were rolling.
Well, I had given 3. I don't know which one we did.
Tell me again, because I got
Strategy, nimbleness, or argumentation.
I have to go strategy. It feels like it's strategy based.
Oh, good.
I mean, you can argue for the one that you want the most, but that sounds like strategy given the things.
I got a 9.
9. Okay. I don't even have to roll because they can't roll that high.
Oh.
So yeah, one of them is like, oh my goodness, that is so beautiful. I cannot take my eyes off it. And he falls backwards and faints. Dave, what would you like to do?
I think Dave wants to keep it real. He's just gonna be honest with these guys. or I guess the one that's still kind of on the go. So yeah, Dave is like, "Hey guy, I'm Dave, the Enchanter. If I'm being honest with you, I think people would take you a lot more seriously if you'd work on your costumes a little bit more. Just shows that you take pride in your own endeavors and such."
Okay. What traits do you have that would fulfill that?
I don't know. Dave's just being honest.
What traits do you have?
Let's see. I have sorcery, wisdom in the ways of science, nature, and subtlety.
Okay. Yeah, none of that really seems to fit. I'm going to go ahead because I want to, and I'm going to go ahead and say, he's like, you know what? I wanted to make these much better, but my comrades here, they would not go. They would not listen to me. If you think that I can do it, and I think I will turn tail, flee like a chicken, and get right on to making even better demon costumes. Is this agreeable to you?
Yeah. Dave the Enchanter wishes you the best, friend.
I really appreciate it. If perhaps in the future we need a sorcerer, maybe you could put little finishing touches on my exquisite demon costumes. Could I call you?
Sure.
I already
All
know
right.
what's happening, so I toss over a second potato.
You can reach me on my potato.
He picks up the potato covered in this like muck and stuff. Now he's like, "Oh yes, I know the potato. It's the new craze around. It's the best way to reach your friends." Yes, I will sniff all the potatoes, and when I find them, the one that tastes like this, I know it is you. Thank you, kind sir.
You have a great day.
And now for the turn tail and fleeing.
Great sound effects.
So you're standing there next to this disgusting pile of yuckum. You've got 3 French soldiers lying on the ground, and what do you all want to do?
You say they were lying on the ground?
Let's.
Yeah, one passed out, or I think they all passed out except for the one that ran away.
Oh.
I'm going to check the one in the muck.
Okay. So you move over into the muck, and you find that the soldier is carrying a longsword. For whatever reason, never pulled it out, and has some chainmail, very nice, shiny chainmail on, even though it's covered with a bit of muck and has this demon costume attached to it.
All right, I'm going to take that chainmail.
Okay, so you reach down to grab the chainmail, and then let's see. So I will tell you that the chainmail, if you put it on, increases your maximum physical health by 1 degree.
Oh, shit.
Cool.
I also need you to roll a hardiness roll. And if you don't have it, it's a D4.
All right.
Ooh, this chainmail feels good.
I got a 3 on my
A 3.
D4.
Okay, so you, I'm not going to be sneaky about diseases like I try to be in other games. I'm just going to tell you, you contract the Black Plague. So, make a note of this. You're going to take a -1 penalty to all rolls. And you don't have hardiness, so this doesn't matter. But if you did have hardiness, you have to reset down to a D4, which would be a bit on the silly side. And one final thing that you notice as you're rummaging around in the muck is that there seems to be a body moving around in there slightly, kind of like,
Just hold my breath and just dunk like a apple, diving for apples, and just go in and grab whoever's there.
Oh my gosh, that's disgusting. Ugh. So you're swimming around, and eventually you find this body. You bring it up, and it's like this old, like very dirty, disgusting peasant-looking person. And he's like, "I told them I'm not dead yet. I didn't want to go in the box."
I'll wipe away his face a bit, try to get him cleaned up, although I am also terribly dirty, and says, "Well, it does appear you're not dead yet. They put you in this box. Was it those people in the French people?"
"Oh, I don't know who it was. They beat me on the head, and I was unconscious, and I woke up in this filth."
"Oh. Well, that sounds disgusting, and I will help him out of the box."
Thank you. I greatly appreciate it. It's rather common for people to be beaten on the heads and thrown into a pile of muck, but you saved me. An uncommon act.
Oh, an uncommon act deserves a reward, don't you say?
Why? As I suppose I could help you. You're free to take all of this muck.
Well, thank you for that. It will fit right in with my friend and his dog.
The dog's already just rolling around in this shit.
You know, there is one service I can offer. I could interpret your dreams, provide clarity for your future.
Sounds like witchcraft.
Oh, maybe it is.
Didn't we see a witch in town? I call out to the others.
Yeah.
Specifically to Sir Meat.
There's no witches here.
Only old ladies with soup.
I point at the old man covered in filth. The witch.
Yeah, like I take a look at him and I'm like, this looks like a friend of Bertram's. Bertram, do you know this person?
Do I know this person?
No, you don't know this person.
Yes. They're wearing very similar clothing.
He looks at him.
Potentially
goes,
the same class. I figured you knew each other.
He starts smelling them. I don't
poor
recognize
people
him.
know each other, Sir Mike.
He starts smelling you back.
Do I know you?
You start like going in a circle like dogs do when they're trying to introduce each other.
And he's also got a little stinky dog on his head. Circling on your heads.
How could I forget about my beloved hound, Gary? No, I don't recognize you.
Yeah, I don't recognize you either.
But your scent says I recognize you.
No, you gotta.
My bad.
Can't you? The notes of the scent. You can tell that we're two different.
Hints of honey
scents.
on
Yeah,
this
you're
one.
right. But you know what this illustrates? What was your name?
Bertram.
Bertram. You know what this illustrates is how the nobility looks upon us all as the same. They all think we know each other and look alike.
Hey, now, let's not make this a thing, okay? It's an honest mistake. Do you want a potato? Oh, wait.
You gave them all away.
Did you already get one?
I think you did give me a potato. Was that a bribe?
It's been a long day.
I don't know about
I almost got married earlier.
Oh, you hear that about bragging about almost being married?
I know. I wish I was married.
I know, it would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
What else would you like? Perhaps we should start a revolution.
I'd like that.
Okay, we will start with this one, of course.
Of course.
Okay.
What?
You lead the way.
Okay.
Hey.
I have a special
Don't
serious
make me
ability
fight
called
you,
Revolt.
okay?
Okay.
I don't know what any of this shit does. Can I actually do this, Chris?
If you want to use it now.
Oh no, are you going to try?
Against your knight friend, Sir Meat.
I don't know what any of these things do.
Meat, so
It was an honest mistake.
I don't know. Should I? That would be fun, right?
This is up to you.
All right, here we go. Rolling a D30. 14.
D30?
Yeah.
Yeah, special serious.
Why are you rolling a D30?
Because I'm using my super serious ability called Revolt.
Oh.
I'm revolting against you. Let's see. Basically just you ranting on a soapbox. Well, probably not a soapbox. A dung box is more likely. Without the box, move animal husbandry 1 degree towards silly.
Oh.
No!
Oh, no.
So yeah, he gets up on that box that the guy was in and starts blabbering about getting married sooner than Sir Meat.
Yeah, and this old guy is just like, preach it, tell it, brother.
I've just got my arms folded. I'm shaking my head. It's like, I don't take what this guy's saying.
Question.
Yes.
Did you say something happens if you if one of your abilities is a D4 and you roll a 1? Oh, okay. Does anything happen?
Oh, did he just fail?
No, that didn't happen. I was just curious.
No, it's just you spam on a 1 still.
Yeah, but you can't go any further down,
No,
so it doesn't do anything.
Well, you wouldn't go any further down, but you would just get a demerit.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well, that's well that worked. That went well. And then but it recharges right away.
Oh, nice. I was going to ask about that. Okay.
So I could do it again if I wanted to. But I'm not going to. So since it went so poorly, he's just like, when I get married, you can get married. And then he like falls off behind the box and then falls into the muck.
Beautiful.
You get cleaner.
So wait. What do I have to do?
Literally nothing.
Yeah, you don't have to do anything. He failed, basically.
Once you fall off the box, I'm just...
Hold on. So if I would have rolled like the highest roll, it says, "Go national. You are the recognized leader, an overnight sensation, a revolutionary hero. The entire social and economic order is upset and brought to a standstill. Who will make a new one? Everyone looks to you. You may move animal husbandry or another applicable trait 4 degrees towards serious."
Wow.
Jeez.
Me and this old man. Did he say his name?
Not yet.
No, he didn't say his name.
Sir, what is your name?
My name is... Did I say his name? Was he Jim Throw?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Oh, well, my name is Reginald.
Of course.
And this is my dog, Gary.
Gary. Well, it was nice to meet you. You need anything?
No, I'll probably wander on back to town and end up here again tomorrow.
Oh, that seems ill-advised.
Oh, it's not by my choice. I get
Might
to go
I-
ahead.
Might I offer up some advice? I know I misspoke earlier and you were trying to cause a mutiny against me, but maybe don't turn your back on people and you won't get hit on the back of the head.
That's quite good advice. I really appreciate that. We'll consider the feud between us even for now.
Oh, hey, before
All
we
right.
let you go, did you see a rat and a dog and a lady?
As I said before, I was hit on the head, and I woke up in this muck.
Yeah, but after that.
I was in the muck, and I was pulled forth from that strapping young, dashing hero. And that is the first thing that I saw.
Yeah, but after that.
No.
Oh, okay.
Does anybody else need me to interpret dreams, or can I leave?
Oh, yeah, we were going to do that.
Yes, that was the witchcraft I was calling everybody over for.
Can I tell you my dream?
Sure.
Just black.
I see it.
Oh. And then there's a light at the end of a tunnel.
At
You didn't let
the
me
end.
finish.
Oh, yes.
That's it. But the end of the tunnel. And then I wake up when I get to the end.
There's black and a light at the end of the tunnel. And that's the end. Clearly you have fallen down a well. You must get out.
But okay. Thank you. He hands him a piece of mud as payment.
Yeah. And if you had any loony damage, you would heal 1, but I don't know that you did.
I didn't.
Okay.
All right. Bye forever.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. All right.
He
Good
stabbed
day.
you.
So he heads out. I didn't get to ask anybody else like what you did. Did you loot the other knights, or are you looking around the area or anything like that? I didn't ask before we went right into all that.
I was trying to avoid everything, so I did not loot.
Okay.
I don't want to do anything in this game.
Dave, trying to take a note from the hole, is going to like puppet one of the unconscious guys.
Oh God.
He's gonna like puppet him and be like, "Hey Bertram, come sit on my face."
Bravo. Excellent. And I will now toss you a merit.
Hey,
There you go.
I am also going to toss Adamar a merit for smearing a grease-like substance across your glistening chest. Oh, it was magnificent.
Obrigado.
I just want to throw this out there that I did unbutton my armor a bit to show some chest.
How much?
Well, as you can see, and I look down, I'm like, there's 6 buttons, and I got down to 3.
Nice effort, but not quite enough. I'm sorry, my dear.
It'll have to be 6 next time.
True right. Okay, yeah.
Anyone else have dreams they needed interpreted?
Sorry, I've already left.
Bye.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Get to pet his dog.
Okay. Now that we've gathered together.
I look for like little tufts of like mouse hair still and like dog prints and stuff.
All right, Mud. Lead us the way.
Dog
So
prints.
Sirmeet is searching around. You find that the hound mouse fur trail diverges at this point. There seems to be one going off in one direction, one going off in the other direction. And as you're scouting around this muck-filled site, you also notice that there's cart tracks leading off in a completely different direction.
Just to remember, the mouse was chasing the dog and trying to bite it?
Yes, but at this point, they seem to have diverged.
Okay.
But the dog had Lady Luck, right?
Lady Lucky,
Lady
yes.
Lucky?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm so confused.
I mean, I think the most important one would be the dog then, right?
Find that doggo.
All right.
Get that dog.
Find the dog. Mud. Find the dog. Oh, God. Oh, there he goes again. Oh, you can almost make music out of that.
All right, so it begins to sniff the ground and like darts back and forth, like from left to right. But clearly, you can all see that the path of the footprints is just going straight down the trail. So this dog is
look at that thing work. It's majestic.
So yeah, you follow the trail, and eventually it leads to what looks to be like a earth mound, like kind of coming up out of the ground, and there is a large hole, a cave, if you will.
I thought that was you.
And
With
ha,
the large hole.
you got me. Yeah, so you're looking, and yeah, there's just like this massive hole that like comes up out of the ground, and the cave opening is massive, and it's just like pitch black inside, but you see the footprints going into the blackness.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I mean, from here, I will say Sir Meat slows way down, because if you guys didn't remember, one of the things he
He's afraid of the dark.
mentioned was he's terrified of the dark.
Yeah, I remember.
So, I'm not loving this.
Oh my God, guys.
Mm-hmm.
And Bertram pulls out, I've had a mouse trap this whole time. I could have used it to catch the rat. Damn.
I think the rat's on our side. We both want to get the dog.
And he puts it back in his pocket.
Does anyone have a torch? Lantern?
Let's see. I have
Yeah,
a
I was about to
removable
ask.
mustache. Does that help?
Have a LED in it?
Can we burn it?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, I guess we just leave Sir Meat behind to die.
All right.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Here, we'll cover your eyes with the sheep splatter.
Ooh, that's
Great.
Using your noggin. I like that.
Great. No, look, okay. So, Sir Meat is terrified of the dark, but knows how important this job is. So, like, he's gonna go with you guys, but he's going to ask to hold someone's hand.
All right.
My
Mud.
hands are still
Mud.
covered in filth, but I'll reach out.
You know what to do, Mud.
Thanks, Bertram, but that dog doesn't have a hand.
It has four. What are you talking about?
Adamar, maybe. Dave, your hands are clean. Want to hold my hand?
I'm already holding hands with bread.
With bread?
Yeah, my
Are you just holding a loaf of bread?
trusty companion bread.
Do you think
I believe his
maybe...
name is Rye, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's right.
Do you think you could spare the other side of that bread and I'll hold it with you?
I really gotta use two hands on Rye.
Damn it, alright.
All right, I'll hold your hand.
Alright. Oh, all right, Bertram. I didn't think you would. Okay. Yep.
Right.
And we hold hands.
All right, let's go.
All right, come on, Rye.
I go alone.
It's short for Ryan.
So you all begin to head into the blackness of this cave, and we will pick this up next time.
What?
I was just about to bring up cave sound effects.
Thanks to Sirenscape for the amazing atmospheric sounds and music. Make sure to check them out at Sirenscape.com to use them in your game. Also, thank you to our patrons. You guys help us continue to do this, and we appreciate you. If you'd like to check out our Patreon or find more info about us, go to AdventureAwaitsPod.com. And now, back to your regularly scheduled programming.